Take a look at this clip. This is Ryan Garcia at 19 years old.
We finalized a Golden Boy contract for you.
You are currently watching the moment he becomes a millionaire. You are also watching the origins of one of the most cutthroat stories in boxing as he signs his career away to this man. Who is this man?
He is a lying, two-faced, hypocritical sack of and I hate him so much.
I have the proofs. And he tried to steal money.
There's so much bitterness in him, and he's just a troubled man.
But before the fall, we got to witness the rise of a boxer whose abilities can only be described as
extraordinary.
Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. This
kid's super fast.
Yeah, it's a crazy left hook. Everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it. Faster than you know it's supposed to get there.
It's not fair.
He might have one of the fastest left hooks I've ever seen. It's so dangerous.
I'm strong. Strong.
He's talking about buttholes being tickled, weed, and then Jesus all in the same sentence.
You ever seen him shadow box? Like throw combinations?
Oh, yeah,
there?
bro. Oh, yeah.
Is this sped up?
Oh,
How are you so fast?
Yeah, it just kills guys.
I was in this town, it's called Adelanto, which is pretty much the ghetto of a ghetto place.
If you don't know anything about Adelanto, a study ranking the best places to raise a family out of 254 Californian cities ranked Adelanto in 254.
It faces severe financial problems, teetering on the edge of bankruptcy.
At one point, we were in like a one-bedroom house with like 5 kids. And my mom's the only one working. And we had to do EBT. We did all that, you know. We had to do welfare, all that. I was a scared little boy. I just didn't like confrontation when I was a kid. Sensitive. I was kind of a mama's boy in a way. I was bullied, obviously, as a kid. I had big ears. I probably still got a little bit big ears. So I was around 7 years old. I was playing baseball. And then my team was just kind of failing me. I was trying my hardest, and they weren't. And I was like, I don't like that. As a kid, I was so frustrated. I was like, is there any sports that's one-on-one? And then my uncle was like, well, there's this thing called boxing. I didn't even know what it was. And then, you know, they put the gloves on me. And once I started punching, I felt like invincible, and I felt like this is really what I want. And it's one-on-one, so I don't have to rely on anybody. Or if I lose, it's because of me, and if I win, it's because of me. My heart was
I took him to a boxing gym, and Ryan was doing well, and all of a sudden,
They asked us.
Yeah, they had a fight coming up, and they said, hey, we want to put Ryan in a boxing show. And I was like, well, that's when I had to tell the truth, and I said, you know what? I said, my son's only 7.5 years old. I said, he's not quite.
He's about to be 8, though.
And then he goes, what? He goes, well, then he can't be in this gym.
He kicked me out, screamed at me. I was only 7.
Oh my God.
He was like, get out the gym.
He goes, get out.
And then, you know, my uncle was like, don't cry, this, that. You could train in the garage.
I tried to shield him from knowing what was really going on so that he could focus. We just happened to fall under that whole economic crisis. They weren't really, they were aware of it to a certain degree because they saw that we had to move and move. When I first started boxing, that's when everything kind of just went south because of the 08 crash.
The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
The Dow traders are standing there watching in amazement. I don't blame them.
We're now down 43%. Almost everything there completely wiped out. And the NASDAQ, everything and more has been completely wiped out.
We measure how the economy is doing on the basis of employment. It's doing about as poorly as you can imagine.
Employers cut 159,000 jobs in September, the 9th straight month. We've lost jobs. And as Anthony Mason reports, things may get worse before they get better.
Does it mean that you've fallen far?
Yeah, I have.
This is kind of really vulnerable. It's like I'm showing you my bedroom, and it sucks.
My dad decided to put all the money into me. He built kind of like a shed, and then he hung up the bag, and then he had me training. So no matter what, we found a way. I've been training with my dad since I was young. We would drive far away to train.
Your first ever amateur fight came on your 8th birthday.
His first amateur fight, 8 years old, and he loses.
I was so mad at them.
Second fight, we went to the guy's hometown.
We beat him.
And I know Ryan beat him. They turned it to his favor. So that was 2 losses.
So I was gonna quit boxing if I didn't win my third fight.
The third fight was interesting because, you know, I made Ryan a promise and I told him, I said, hey, Ryan, I said, I guarantee you, because I felt, like I felt responsible because I was taking him and I said, man, you know what? I got to protect my boy. He just gave it all. And I saw the hunger in him. I saw the drive. And then from that point, I saw him develop and develop. And it's like he just kept this motivation going. And I was like, wait a minute. This boy just doesn't stop.
And I don't know what happened. I just turned the corner on the third fight and I gave the fight of the night. I became fighter of the night. And I walked home with the big old trophy. And from that day, I was like, oh man, I love winning. So I'm gonna keep winning. And then there, I didn't lose for about 5 years straight.
My mom and dad, they gave their whole salary to this one tournament. We drove all the way over there. It was cross country. And I said to myself, if I lose in this tournament and I gotta do this long ride back home, it's just gonna be torture. So I swear on my life, nobody was beating me. And I actually fought a southpaw. Guess what I did to him? Punished him. And came back with the national title.
Did you ever get into like little fights on the playground? Like,
oh no, I fought a couple times.
It's a crazy story how me and him met though. It was like I met him at school. I had beat this kid up, and everybody was telling Ryan I had beat this kid up. So Ryan's like, oh whatever, like why y'all telling me? And then everybody they're trying to set this fight up.
Really?
So they're coming to me like, oh Ryan will f you up. Like he'll beat your ass, and I'm like, man. Whatever, so we got the same PE. I catch him at PE. I'm like, what's good, bro? You can't fight.
Comes up to me and says, you ain't no fighter. I'll whip your ass. Like, you just can't fight. Look how little you are.
He was with it, though. This little kid. Like, he was 15. I was 16.
I said, come to my house and find out.
I'm like, all right, for sure. So the city that we in is so small. You can find anybody just walking around. Yeah. So I hop on my bike. I'm looking for him. I'm eating my hot Cheetos. I'm like, where he at? I was a street fighter. I was like, where he at? I was trying to get. I didn't know this kid. I don't know nothing. Didn't know nothing about him. But everybody knew who he was. I had just moved there.
And honestly, I didn't think he was gonna come.
I see his little brother, and I'm like, hey, where your brother at? He's like, oh, he's in the garage, the one that's open. So I pull up in the garage. Fucking Ryan's already ready with his gloves on. He been waiting for me all day. First, you gotta put on wraps. I put my wraps on. We going at it for like 30 minutes, bro. Yeah, just going at it. And then he hits me with a body shot. It was my first body shot ever. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I was just like, I quit.
He then became my best friend.
I used to take him around the neighborhood to beat kids up for me. Because I was just so happy he was a boxer. I was like, I was still street fighting, but I wanted to show everybody this little white kid could fight. I had him fighting grown men for just because I thought it was funny. I was like, this grown man. And I knew he was gonna f him up.
How long would it take?
They'll do it. They'll last a round.
Yeah.
But they'll stop like after the round. Like they'll begin their ass to whip the whole round, and then they'll just start bleeding and be like, this little kid, 15 years old, scrawny.
That's insane.
Cracking.
Are you still best friends with him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, this is your best friend.
This is my best friend, yeah.
What kind of student were you in school?
A great student. I was super intelligent, but I just didn't like the whole process of it. I got bored easily. I just dropped out in 9th grade because I didn't.
You dropped out at 9th grade? Holy shit, I didn't
To pursue boxing?
Yeah, no, because I already knew I was going to be a boxer. We had no plan B.
Garcia was becoming a big name in the amateur boxing scene. And as Ryan continued to win fights, he met another up-and-comer he'd become close with as friendly rivals.
Me and Ryan's first fight, we was like, I want to say like 10 years old. Ryan had a lot more experience than me.
Easy work. He was a kid that he was just starting out. He didn't have as much experience as me. I beat him. I gave him 8 count. I was always the top dog. I mean, everybody knew Ryan's in the tournament. He'll be in the finals. But then all of a sudden, he starts getting better and starts beating people.
It wasn't a lot of people in amateurs that would beat Ryan, but I was one of the very few.
A guy you fought in the amateurs was 6 times?
6 times, yeah.
Yeah, three each a piece of one?
Yep. Nobody beat me 3 times. Ryan did.
He won the early fights. I won the later fights.
Do you remember West Virginia?
I went in there and he jumped on me. I wasn't
right off the rip.
He surprised me that fight. I'm not gonna lie. So then after that, I've been woke. I remember that shit. I still remember that to this day. I said, I'll never let him do that shit again.
And then I tried to do it again. It didn't work.
Did you ever build a friendship, or was it just always like a competitive?
Nah, Ryan's still my friend. I'm still friends with Ryan. Like me and Ryan,
he's a good dude.
Yeah, I genuinely like Ryan. I've been knowing Ryan for so long that we pretty much had no choice but to like each other because we've been around each other so much. We even as kids, went to like circus in Vegas together. We went to the amusement park together.
In the pros, we're gonna get it on when the time is right. What time is right? It's gonna be a big fight. Let's see who hits first. Now, all right. Roki. All right, there goes 888.
I'm proud of him. I've known him since I was young, so to see him where he's at, you know, respect.
I'm here with Ryan Garcia. He's a nine-time national champion.
Yeah.
How old are you?
14. I have 11 losses, but I have 115 fights. Yeah.
So, would you want to go to the Olympics 2016 in Brazil?
I'm hoping, but they're talking about an age change, so I don't know. I'll probably just go pro. I went pro because my family needed money.
I want to make pro and I want to make the money.
My whole life, everybody would just stop and just watch what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I would hit the mitts and the whole gym would stop and be like, who is
the sound, because the speed,
the sound, everything. Like, I just started noticing that it wasn't normal because I would watch other kids and nobody would care. Like, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's just how it is.
No, I get it, yeah.
Like, everybody would just, Ryan sparring, it's all watch.
It was his gym, and I remember the photographer, he decided to record me hitting the bag. Just did a normal video. He posted it on his Facebook. Never thought anything of it. I wake up and everybody's talking about me. And then I blew up like crazy, and everybody's posting me, and from there, anything I posted was huge. It's a lot of pressure, kind of. And it's kind of overwhelming at times.
There was so much pressure on me.
I discovered a blueprint. Make videos, go viral, fight, win, even more viral. So it was kind of like a machine.
I made $50,000 when I was 17 for boxing.
One where you were like, okay, now I'm getting a taste of real good money.
I think when I got that deal from Gymshark, I don't remember how much it was, at least $250,000.
With all the eyes on Ryan, it wouldn't be long before boxing promoters start to try and sign him.
Believe it or not, he is the cash cow. He is the moneymaker. We'll have a sellout crowd here at Barclays. Well, the pay-per-views are going to go through the roof.
Garcia received offers from two of the biggest promoting companies in the sport, Golden Boy and Mayweather Promotions, both run by rivals who once shared a ring together. They now compete vicariously through their fighters, continuing an 18-year rivalry between the two boxers, Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather.
I'm so scared.
What was your first time you met Oscar?
Oscar hit me up on Instagram.
He was still an amateur fighter. I sent him a DM on Instagram, and we hit it off.
Like, that's somebody I look up to. I resonate with Oscar. You know, we have a lot of similar qualities. He's Mexican-American, I'm Mexican-American. He has a great left hook, I have a great left hook. Floyd also tried to sign me. I was like, oh, am I gonna go with this promoter? I'm gonna go with that promoter. You know what, me and Floyd, it was different because Floyd is harder to impress. So I didn't like that vibe. I felt like he didn't believe in me. I'm like, I don't like people that don't believe in me. Like, I'm okay. Let's go with these guys.
I'm happy to announce today that we finalized the Golden Boy contract for you. And you'll be fighting December 17th.
I was going to fight this guy named Avery Sparrow.
The world is going to see that Ryan Garcia is over with.
And of course, this happens in my life. This guy ends up going to jail the day of the weigh-ins. Of course, this happens to me. Golden Boy tries to save the show. So everybody bought the tickets for me. So they try to save the show by throwing some dude named Romero Duno on me on last minute. I said, I didn't prepare for this guy. Why would I fight him right now? You crazy.
Well, who are you with? I mean, this is your fighter. You're supposed to protect your fighter.
I'm not saving the show for nobody. I'm not going to let myself be taken advantage and set up into a way where I'm cornered and I have to do whatever they say. And then they put out a story that I'm scared. Golden Boy, my own promotion company, says I'm scared. It just proves that they're not really that behind me, you know? I just don't know why nobody called me. Oscar hasn't called me, and they all have my number. No one called you. Nobody called me.
That's incredible. But they tweeted you.
They tweeted me, and that's why I wrote on Twitter. I was like, stop talking on Twitter. Let's get to the table. I wanted to make the fight more than anything.
I get to fight the guy I wanted to fight most. And Romero, Duno, everybody, they all said, you know, I was scared.
I hope to prove everybody wrong, but, you know, I probably won't get my respect at the end of the day. But it's okay, because as long as I put on the best performance I can.
All the hate I was getting, it was hurting me, because, like, I love this sport so much that I take I'm so emotional. I'm emotionally involved into the sport. So when I hear somebody from the media say, oh, I'm not that good, I can't beat Duno, like it literally hurts.
Ryan, you came up here and you said no matter what, you're not going to get respect on Saturday. Why? Why do you feel that way?
I just got a lot of haters and, you know, they want to see me lose. So even if I knock him out or I put on a beautiful boxing performance, it's not going to give me my respect, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being confident in myself.
What was supposed to be the toughest challenge of a young Ryan Garcia's career ends in less than 3 minutes of the first round.
I stopped being his main trainer to join forces with Canelo team.
You're training under Canelo, yes?
Yes.
Team Canelo.
Team Canelo.
That's a big deal, dude. And he's the greatest boxer in the world.
Yeah, right now he's the greatest boxer.
So how'd that come about?
We wanted to hook up with a team that knew what they were doing with a superstar. Like Canelo is a superstar.
Hell yeah.
So we need somebody that has been there before.
I always had to prove myself about boxing. They would look at me, you know, I obviously assume that I can't fight.
Ryan Garcia right now, he hear all of you guys saying he's not a real fighter, right? You even got people like KSI and them boys, Anthony Taylor, those guys from the Misfits calling out Ryan Garcia. Like, come over here, dog. You ain't a real fighter.
Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTube. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter?
People calling Ryan Garcia feminine name.
You're a baby.
Okay, that's what they all say.
If Ryan is watching, what do you tell him?
Que me tiene miedo con una gallina. Que mañana él va a pelear con un boxeador que soy yo.
Because you're scared of me. You're a chicken. Tomorrow you're going to fight with a real man who is me.
You are going to be, I think, one of the baddest guys on this planet. You have been knocking motherfuckers out, dog.
Out. Sold out.
Sold out, man.
Sold out fans.
On a Thursday night.
Oscar De La Hoya tweeted this. It's amazing in just 15 fights. King Ryan outsells any fighter other than Canelo.
Both Ryan and his new teammate Canelo fight for Golden Boy Promotions. Up until Oscar De La Hoya's growing disloyalty to Canelo made him feel he had no other option but to leave the promotion.
I think he tried to steal money. I have proof.
He owes people money that fought for him that he hasn't paid. The list goes on and on. Imagine if I still owed a fighter money from a year ago. You would crucify me on a daily basis.
There's no loyalty in Oscar De La Hoya.
No hay lealtad. Nada. Ni siquiera conocen eso.
Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some respect on it.
Y para este imbécil intento de gente que For this imbecile I have to my left. I was already Canelo when I came to the USA. If I hadn't brought my lawyers in, you would have robbed me. The only thing this man does is be a scourge of boxing, stealing from boxers. Anyone who is with him, please bring lawyers because he is surely stealing.
He's mad because I lead Golden Boy.
He's a f***ing asshole. That's what I say. He's a f***ing asshole. F***ing pussy.
Canelo? Come on, you know, in my prime, I would have just tapped that ass so good.
Oscar's a filth. Let's be real, he's an absolute filth of the. Just, there's so much bitterness in him, and he's a donkey. Fuck Oscar.
Does he still have Ryan Garcia? That only, yeah? All right, good for him. That'll be another 2 weeks before he f***ing loses that kid.
Hey, Luke! You punk!
I think this fight will solidify me as probably one of the best in the world right now.
You know that Ryan has worked so hard since he was 7 years old. This is the moment he's been waiting for. And we appreciate you giving us this opportunity.
We know you're with us, Father. Just protect my boy.
I need you so, and I can't go without you. No, 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 without you, and I know. Love you so.
After that camel fight, it all came, crashing down on me at once.
I remember the moment I was driving in a car. I had a bunch of pills, and I was gonna put it all in my mouth. It's like, I'm done. There's no way.
I was handling a lot of stuff outside the ring.
And he's not smiling the way he normally does, then there's a problem here. And it turned out to be a big problem.
I'm sorry, but I don't know if I want to live.
My dad came rushing down, trying to help me, and everybody tried to come to the rescue, but nobody could help me at that point. And then slowly I just started saying f it, drinking every day, playing poker, not giving a f.
The hardest part, I think, is like people just didn't believe me.
People criticize who think it's fake. You never heard of nobody, no back in the day fighter talk about mental health. People just was doing that, saying that just to get out of stuff.
Like an excuse.
Yeah, like an excuse.
He's not a fighter because he really doesn't want to do this. He just wants the money and he loves the celebrity lifestyle, but he really doesn't want to box.
I went through a real mental health crisis. I don't care what nobody says. That was real. So, they could say I faked it all they want. You weren't in my shoes.
Canelo kind of contested that, right? And he came out and criticized your work ethic, your discipline.
Yeah. He said that, what did he say? That I'm wasting my talent right? And whatnot. And, he was referring to when I was on break for my mental health issues.
So did you feel like he
kind of betrayed? Like, dude, I put in the work hard. You tell me all the time, like all of a sudden you go on the media and you answer a question, you just say that, knowing that you're such a big star, what you say is gonna matter. Our team split because I felt like it was just time to move on. And at that time, there was a couple differences in opinions on whether I was focused or not.
Do you think you will ever work things out with Canelo? Are y'all a better terms now? Or?
I try to message him all the time, like, let's golf, let's do something, like, we're good.
He doesn't respond?
Hey, Canelo, it's Ryan.
He would say stuff about me for no reason. I don't know, like, bro, you're like, that's crazy. Just call me up and tell me, like, but it made me look like the weakest dude on the internet.
You felt like he should have called you. That's big bro. He should have called, check bro.
Bro, he made everybody look at me like an undisciplined kid. And I'm like, bro, I'm the hardest worker in the fucking gym. What are we talking about? And then he tells me he didn't mean anything about it.
There had also been disagreements between Ryan and Canelo's main coach, Eddie Reynoso, contributing to a split from the team.
With Eddie Reynoso, all respect to Eddie Reynoso, but, Canelo's still in the game. So I feel like his main focus was on Canelo.
There's been many camps where Eddie wasn't there. I'm not gonna lie. What do I get out of lying?
Que yo creo que de los más difíciles es The most difficult was Ryan. Very good kid, but he's too focused on the cameras and other things. He doesn't have a real focus on boxing, which is waking up, running and sleeping, and that's it. With this kid, no. 1 minute he's in Los Angeles, the next in Las Vegas or some other place. As such, he starts losing that focus on boxing. We had some good fights, and I saw that he learned some things, but it was complicated working with him.
So when you announced that decision to leave Eddie, you also announced the decision to move to Joe Goosen.
I've always liked Ryan. He trained at my gym when he was 17 years old.
Joe used to take me out to go eat burgers, showed me all the best food spots. Joe's one of those guys that he's with you in the morning to the night.
Garcia took over a year off boxing to focus on his mental health, and shortly after his return, he would be scheduled to fight Tank Davis.
You ain't never fought a 135 in your life. Just different. I don't care what you say. You ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing. Boy, I don't care. You too ugly to be champ. I'm fucking champ. And that's for Muhammad Ali.
Nigga, we on worldwide television. Can you fight this nigga talking mad shit, man?
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, yeah, he said it. He said it. The world knows. He said it. Next fight, there's no going back now. There ain't no going back.
So Tank definitely didn't want this fight at 140, which is a weight I'm very comfortable at. So he choosing to make me cut even more weight to 136 in hopes that it weakens me.
When fighters cut weight, they lose a lot of their fluids and strength.
It's not like Tank has never fought at 140. He fought for a championship at 140. He declares himself as a champion at 140. So there's really no other reason for him not to do this other than he's terrified of what I could do. This is one thing I want to make clear to people. This is not me complaining. This is just me showing his integrity as a champion. If you're not afraid, then what's 4 pounds? Are you really afraid of 4 pounds? That's your kryptonite?
They wanted to make sure that Ryan's not going to be substantially bigger or heavier than Davis.
It's not enough that I have to drain myself to 136. He now needs to add that I can't gain more than 10 pounds the next day.
They want to take every step to try to control the amount of strength he's going to have the next day.
I think that's just showing how much of a coward he is. How can you call yourself a champion and the next guy up if that's your character? You're just looking to be a star. You want to trick everybody to think you are that guy. You're not that guy.
Gervonta Davis has a clause.
10 pounds or something.
Yeah, with Ryan, where he can't weigh more than a certain amount after the weigh-in, which is
a little
kind of bitch ass.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Like, what do you care what he weighs?
You know what? If I put myself first, I should say no. But my heart don't let me. I got the character of a champion.
The next afternoon, Tank ensures he will make a grand entrance, even if that means making his opponent wait for a press conference that should have already started 15 minutes ago.
I pride myself on being a professional. No matter how big I am, I'm gonna get there on time to show him I'm ready. It's been over an hour and he's still not here. It's unprofessional. Could be a little bit of a power trip. People got things to do. 2:02. Supposed to start at 12:30. That's not even fashionable. Like, let's start this. It's disrespectful.
Time has come for one of the biggest fights of 2023.
Be on time. Don't be late.
Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Every battle is won before it's ever fought.
That delay, perhaps this is Davis's opening gambit. A mind game of sorts, to set the tone of a super fight on his terms.
The next press conference, I put him in his place real quick. I see him down there right now. He looks even smaller.
Touch that chin.
I'll touch that chin. I'm gonna hit you with that left hook right there. Well, I can see it actually. I can see it.
Hey, so when you get hit with the right hand, then what? Okay, we're gonna see. So why'd you weight drain me? So why'd you weight drain me? So why'd you fight at 140? I'm small. I got a little friend. Hey, you want? I got heels on. Okay, and you had a purse on yesterday. Shut up. Yeah, you got one on now. Come on, man.
We've been knowing what's going on through camp too.
Hey, you know what's funny about this guy? He's talking about I got spies, I got this, but every time he talks about, he ain't shit of a fighter, but he's doing everything you can to figure it out. And it makes no sense, man. This dude could send all the Judases in my gym, all that come, it's not gonna stop. What's gonna happen? It's so sad. All his silly attempts. You wanna watch me train tonight? You can. You could come, your whole team could come watch. It's not gonna stop that. What's gonna happen?
I'm cutting weight, I'm dying, literally dying. Like, I'm talking about like there's health issues. It's getting bad. And then I go spar. I take a routine body shot, like a body shot I could take any day of the week. I said, stop. Something happened to my rib. I can't breathe. I gotta stop the sparring. I go to the hospital. He's like, your rib's separated, but you need to rest it for 3 weeks. I don't have 3 weeks. I'm running like this. I'm running 5 miles like this every step, holding my. And at the time, nobody really seen it. It was just like he got it because they're thinking about the big check. Not Ryan. You should probably rethink this a little bit and maybe not fight.
Prior to the fight, Davis admitted that he was aware of Garcia's body injury
The information was not yet public.
He got hurt to the body before. You think I don't know this?
What fight was that?
Wasn't no fight. I had something.
About when he got hurt to the body?
Yes.
What was this, at Floyd's?
No.
This was...
Just ask him. Just let him know that I know he got hurt to the body.
Sparring is sparring. There should be some code of conduct there. It should almost be like an ethical violation to go in camp, get hired by someone, do work for them, then go tell his opponent what's going on.
There's nothing worse than betrayal. I think that's one of the weakest conditions, human conditions out there.
During the build-up to the fight, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions also filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia as he tried to leave the promotion. This was because Golden Boy went against his contract by having an exclusive pay-per-view agreement with DAZN, while also putting in Garcia's contract that he could choose the pay-per-view network for his own fights. It ended in Garcia being unable to leave Golden Boy due to legal ties, and having to pay $120,000 of his own money towards DAZN as a step-aside fee so the fight could also air on Showtime like he wanted. Canelo had a similar issue with Golden Boy when he was with them. However, he managed to leave.
Everyone is aware I have the global rights to Ryan Garcia's fights. When you sign a contract, it means it's legally binding and means you must abide by the terms or risk getting sued, which is what we unfortunately have to do.
When y'all started Golden Boy, you didn't want to become what you despise. Do you think Golden Boy did become what fighters despise? Because right now y'all are suing Ryan Garcia.
No, we didn't become the Don Kings of this world. All fighters want to think that they're in charge of their career outside the ring.
Ironically, Oscar left his old promotion company that he fought under during his boxing career because of the lack of freedom he felt he had.
Did you see that coming? Like, did you know that eventually that he
said,
yeah.
And I told him.
Do you think Oscar De La Hoya is a good person?
I don't know if he's a good person or not, but I think he knows the person what he show.
Yes! This is it!
Well, fans, the time has come for the bout you've all been waiting for. It's time for boxing's highly anticipated showdown. It's time for Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
Hit that rib part at all, Ryan? Yeah. I knew it.
And I didn't want to continue because my rib.
No, listen.
But it's okay.
Listen, let me just tell you something. That type of shot is a hard one. You'd rather get hit on the chin.
After the fight, nobody was there for me. Like, my team, but just didn't come to the press conference. They ain't gonna do nothing, you know what I mean? That's so savage, man. I was left with, somebody betrayed me in camp. They weren't trying to look out for me after the fight. It was like, I was left with that.
That's worse than the fucking fight.
Bro, it was the worst. And I had Tank's team really care about me more than my own team.
Rather Tank was to win or he was to be on the other side and take a loss, I would have stood right there behind him. If I'm with you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've always spoke about loyalty.
My security team told me, boss, we got to get the out of here because I received death threats. You guys don't know this. I received death threats throughout the whole week, and they just said it was simply too dangerous, so we got out of there.
It was nuts. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I think the arena was overflowed by like 3,000 people. After the fight, I'm walking down with my security guards and we're just like sardines just trying to get out. And I hear this voice like, hey, watch your back. It's going to happen tonight. And right away, I just panicked like, I just got threatened. And now I'm the bad guy, I was just trying to get out of there because when you get something like that in your ear, I had no clue who it was because I'm looking around at so many people. I just told my security guard, hey, let's get out of here.
It later came out that Oscar's story may not have been the real reason he left early. Instead, he allegedly had miscalculated dinner reservations with the time of the press conference, resulting in his absence. Either one may have been true, but the fact that he changed his story in different interviews took away some validity to his words and would lead to a Twitter exchange with him and Ryan.
Ryan Garcia, it's been almost 2 months and you're still crying about the post-presser? The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor, Lupe. He is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause, and that is the reason you lost. Man up. Own that.
Okay, buddy, you got it all figured out. Tired of you disrespecting my whole career, and you think none of it matters. Loyalty and common sense is lost in your head. Stop treating people that way and think they will just accept it.
When you're dealing with kids, it's really hard to get across that message. And, you know, then you have Ryan saying this and that. So it's all BS.
Was there a part of you in your mind that thought, like, you'll never fight with him again or for him again or with him promoting you again? Like, had you reached that point in your mind mentally?
Yeah, I mean, many times. I'm like, dude, why would I want to fight for a guy that is hating on me?
Right.
Like, he's been doing it since I was a kid, though. Like, I don't understand this. I'm your biggest fighter, and, like, every chance he gets, he's like, Ryan sucks.
Ryan's childhood coach, Joe Goosen, also wasn't there to support Garcia at the post-fight presser, stating that he likewise was unaware of the timings. And afterwards, Ryan parted ways with Joe, whether it be because of this, the presence of a mole in his gym, or something completely different, we can only guess.
Hey, King Ryan. Inspiring. I injured you with the body shot. Now you lost to Tank. I am sorry. Are you okay?
Ryan would reunite with his childhood rival, Devin Haney, who, like Ryan, had built up an impressive pro career, holding a record of 31-0, making him one of the most hyped fighters in the division. And this is the point where Garcia starts becoming a little unhinged, to say the least.
Oh, I'm drunk?
Say less.
And yes, I'm running for president. I'm not even kidding. This one, hey, I'm gonna take a toast to all the haters. Empty, drank it all myself.
Get this guy some help. Like, get him off this fight trail. No fight is happening here. There's no way in hell an irresponsible fight promoter organization could allow this to continue. He needs a psychiatric evaluation, he needs rehab for the clear drug use, and he needs to get clean and sort himself out.
Fuck you. You in particular.
I'm worried. All of us should be.
This is not an act, and I don't know what it is. There is something happening there that's at least concerning.
So this is Ryan in a nightclub, like days before the fight. You're watching that, and he's also like not looking on way.
I would love for him to get some type of therapy when it comes to his drinking.
GQ, doing what I do. All white, looking nice. Okay, come through. I'll beat your ass.
I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
Have you ever done cocaine, Ryan?
I've never even thought to do drugs.
What the happened to your voice?
So, at the end of the day, I've been screaming for these promos, but I'm not even gonna react. I want to clarify some
Stop
things.
the coke. It's f***ing up your voice.
I want to clarify some things. I don't do cocaine.
He's definitely not a good role model and not a guy that, you know, the younger generation should be looking at. They should be looking at guys like me.
Mike Tyson only bit one ear. I want to bite both. I swear, that'd be sick.
Ryan Garcia is a TikToker, a YouTuber. He's an actor. We see him in, commercials, doing skits and stuff like that.
Yeah, damn right. I know I act my ass off. You want to see me improv right now? Bill, it's Devin. He's not waking up. Bill, I'm serious. Let's scratch out the boxing bullshit. He's not waking up. See, I'm an actor. Bro, I'm showing everybody, bro. It's just a joke to me. This is entertainment, bro. Entertainment. I do stupid shit. Oh my God, he's acting crazy. And bro, Jim Carrey does it all the time. You guys don't see.
Has he had a long history of mental illness?
As long as I've known him.
This isn't the same guy that we've seen even going into the Tank fight. It's a different version of him.
Make sure the kids aren't watching on April 20th, because it's going to be something gruesome. Put the kids to bed and don't let them be there, because it's going to be an execution. Whoever come on the way pay $500,000.
Hey Ryan, let's do $500,000 per pound.
Okay.
Let's do it. Shake on it.
Well, Ryan wants to weigh in right now. 143.2. 143.2.
I did my best, to make this weight. I put myself through hell. Yeah. Suck my I had to give him 1.5 million, but that's light work for me. Come on now.
And what were you drinking up there?
I was drinking a nice-ass beer. That was fire.
Hey, where's your mama at, baby? Where's your mom? Oh, I'm gonna go flirt with your mama. Ooh, she about to be fine as yeah, I want some of your mama.
You can start to see signs that this guy is going through what seems to be a manic episode.
You mother, I'm gonna talk on my mom. You would.
I thought y'all were good friends outside of the ring.
We weren't friends. We never were friends.
No, I don't like that piece.
I think he's also semi-aware of what he's doing and is also tapping into what Muhammad Ali have done in freaking out your opponent and coming across as mentally unstable as possible.
Ali did this on purpose. He acted like a crazy person because he's like that Sonny Liston was a bully and Sonny Liston was a big scary man, and what he felt like Sonny Liston would be afraid of is a crazy person, someone who wasn't afraid of him.
You tell this to your camera, your TV man, your radio man, and you right there in the whole world. If Sonny Liston whoops me, I'll kiss his feet in the rain.
Yeah, that fear coming in your mouth like a dog. I'll put my in your mouth.
So in all the press conferences and all the different things leading up to the fight, he would scream at him. He would show up at Sonny Liston's house and honk the horn in the middle of the night and get on his lawn and scream and yell at him.
I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna hurt you, you crazy, I'm gonna hurt you.
And I'm louder than that whole team. They got like 5 people there. Look how loud. Woo! We couldn't hear you.
Like, he did a lot of crazy to Sonny Liston to f with him psychologically.
If you like to lose your money, be a fool and bet on Sonny. There he is.
He wanted Sonny Liston to think that he was a crazy person. When they were doing his pre-fight medicals, they were like, hey, you can't fight. You're f***ing, there's something wrong with you.
Something wrong with him. This not normal.
The New York Athletic Commission was freaking out. They were so disturbed by Ryan's behavior that they requested a mental evaluation before the fight. Ryan's response was threatening to sue them for defamation.
Look at what Ryan has done to him, like psychologically. Devin Haney pushing Ryan at the Empire State Building when they meet. I've never seen that from Devin. I think he's a little rattled.
What's your mom, bitch? What's your mom, bitch? What's your mom, bitch? What's your mom, bitch? What's your mama, bitch?
It might actually work because he is taking on one of the most defensively sound boxers I've ever seen, and in order to be that way you have to be very mentally composed and controlled and in a level of a comfort zone, and Ryan Garcia is definitely trying to take Devin Haney out of that comfort zone.
He's gonna get floored,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, he's gonna
Devin Haney's damn near unbeatable right now, bro.
Yeah, he's looking very nice.
I feel bad, bro.
Yeah, but he could maybe have a career in music after this.
I think if you hate on me, you're low-key a pedophile.
Yeah.
And that's because I don't see any other reason for you to hate. I feel like you should feed their dick to themselves.
Yeah, I know.
You're not my friend. Remember that. You're not my friend. Your dad's a pimp and he pimping you. Your dad a pimp and he pimping you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you.
Let's go!
Sometimes I catch my features etched in candle glow, the lines of which remind me of a face I used to know. Oh, not a private show. Clearly I remember the cross of the knee.